What's up, guys? It's Liberty Dog. Hey, I wanted to go over a little bit of the stuff with you guys. I've been learning about the chemical tests that have been done on the American people. So we have a Project Shad fact sheet right here. As you can see, it was done in 2002. I guess I'm not able to zoom that quite that far out. There's a list of ships and Army personnel that were used in this test here. I want to go over this one part with you real quick. May 23rd, 2002 there. Department of Defense today released detailed fact sheets on 6 Cold War era chemical and biological warfare tests. Release of the information as part of an ongoing effort to provide information needed by the Department of Defense. To provide information needed by the Department of Veterans Affairs to respond to some veterans' claims that the tests conducted in the 1960s affected their health. In the 1960s, the DoD conducted a series of chemical and biological warfare vulnerability tests on naval ships, known collectively as Project Shipboard Hazard and Defense, SHAD. Alright, right here. Operation dates, agents sprayed, and ships involved. You guys can see Operation Copperhead, January 24th through February 25th, 1965. And USS Power, zinc cadmium sulfate. Alright, and then if you scroll down through here, you can see the name of every operation, every ship. Marine Air Group 13, 1st Marine Brigade there. Hoorah! All these guys, man. Look, U.S. Navy tug, Army personnel, Air Force personnel, all 4 branches of the service were used in this. You can see all the dates, chemicals used, and then I know you can't see it on the bottom there, but it says we're looking for more information on the following operations: Operation Half Note, Operation Red Beaver, Operation Night Train, Operation Big Tom. If you have any information, please email us at info@projectshad.org. So, I don't know if anyone out there is interested in searching documents, what is it, the Right to Know Act or whatever it is, where you can get public information. Anyone out there wants to take up this cause, here's something I definitely feel is worth looking into. The next site I want to share with you, like I said again, this is projectshad.org. www.projectshad.org, okay? So the next site is EPS1.org, and it's got a list of all different kinds of chemical tests that have been done throughout the years. Right there's what the top of the page looks like. I'm going to go through a couple of these with you real quick. 1931, Dr. Cornelius Rhodes, under the auspices of the Rockefeller Institute for Medical Investigations, infects human subjects with cancer cells. He later goes on to establish the U.S. Army Biological Warfare facilities in Maryland, Utah, and Panama, and is named to the U.S. Atomic Energy Commission. While there, he begins a series of radiation exposure experiments on American soldiers and civilian hospital patients. Now, this Panama one, I remember seeing on Unsolved Mysteries when there was a hurricane down there, hit this facility, and all kinds of weird creatures were spotted by people all over the place. And there's also an island somewhere down in the tropical region around the Bahamas and stuff, has the same kind of story coming out of it. The Pellagra incident. 400 prisoners in Chicago are infected with malaria in 1940. In 1943, in response to Japan's full-scale germ warfare program, the U.S. begins research on biological weapons at Fort Detrick, Maryland. Program F, Project Paperclip. And as you guys can see, go check this website out. There's a ton of information here that we can dig in. 1953, the United States military releases a cloud of zinc cadmium sulfide gas over Winnipeg, St. Louis, Minneapolis, Fort Wayne, and the Monocacy River Valley in Maryland and Leesburg, Virginia. Their intent is to determine how effectively they could disperse chemical agents. Joint Army, Navy, CIA experiments are conducted in which tens of thousands of people in New York and San Francisco are exposed to airborne germ Serratia marcinensis and Bacillus globigii. This Bacillus globigii here that I'm not pronouncing right is also what was used in Operation Shad on our soldiers. Project MK Ultra. There's several MK ones here. Project Third Chance, Project Derby Hat, Project MK Search, Project MK Often, Project MK Naomi. Just tons and tons and tons and tons and tons. All these dates: 1985, 1981. Look at it. I mean, then in the 90s we had the Gulf War bio shit that was used. So every decade has its chemical tests. Every decade. And in here it talks about the Army Chemical Army Chemical Corps. Alright, all you guys out there in the military, figure out who the Army Chemical Corps is and what the hell they're testing nowadays. Alright, and where they're testing it at. So I bet it has something to do with chemtrails. So, and allnatural.com, like I said, the link to all three of these will be in the box below. United States Code, Title 50, War and National Defense, Chapter 32, Chemical and Biological Warfare Program. I'm just going to read just a little part here. You guys can go check out the whole law. The Secretary of Defense may not conduct any test or experiment involving the use of any chemical or biological agent on civilian populations unless local civilian officials in the area in which the test or experiment is to be conducted are notified in advance of such test or experiment, and such test or experiment may then be conducted only after the expiration of the 30-day period beginning on the date of such notification. Okay, so I don't know how much more proof is going to be needed that the government is willing to do something like chemtrails. Okay, this is not far out. We have a list. Every decade since the 30s, they've done some shit to the American population. Every decade. Okay? Last decade, we don't know what they did yet, because that's still classified. What did they test in this decade? I'd like to know. Is it HARP? Is that where all these earthquakes are coming from? That's speculation. I don't know. Why are they hiding HARP so much? I don't know. So, don't tell me the government would never hurt us, and they're our friends, and that Rockefeller's good, and all the stuff, because they're all tied right back to this. This is why we need to get rid of Republicans and Democrats forever. Just like the Whig Party and the Bull Moose Party, this too can slip into history. We can get something better. May the Republic stand strong. God bless America.